If George really had a regular toy dinosaur, then why are some viewers sure he was moving in his own way? Everyone knows George's favorite toy, Green Dinosaur, which he carries with him almost in every series. For many years, the audience considered him the most ordinary toy. But one old internet legend claims reverse. According to this story, one viewer decided to reconsider the old series of Peppa Pig. During the viewing he noticed a strange detail. In one of the scenes George put the dinosaur on the ground and left with the rest of the characters. But a few seconds later, the toy was elsewhere. First, the viewer decided that he just ignored it. However, the next series happened the same. Dinosaur changed his position between scenes. Sometimes he looked at the other side. Sometimes he appeared in places where he had not been. But the strangest thing was ahead. The viewer started to watch specifically for Dinosaur. And the more he watched, the more often noticed the strangeness. It seemed that the toy always was near George, even when George is not in the frame. Like Dinosaur chose where he would appear. A few days later, the viewer made a screenshot of one of the series. George kept his dinosaur as usual. But when he opened the screenshot later, he thought the toy was looking right into the camera. He thought it was just imagination. But every time he opened the image again, he became harder to get rid of this feeling. Dinosaur watched him. Some believe it's just a legend. Others are sure that the audience just start to notice the details that have not seen before. But still there are people who claim that if you look closely at the old series of Peppa Pig, sometimes it may seem that George Dinosaur looks not at cartoon characters. Right on you. The lost friend. Many people have watched Peppa Pig for years. They know Peppa. They know George. They know Susie Sheep and Danny Dog. But according to an old internet story, there was once another friend in the show. A friend that nobody remembers. The story began when a viewer claimed to find an old recording of Peppa Pig. At first, everything looked completely normal. The characters played games, laughed, and talked just like they always did. But then the viewer noticed something strange. There was an extra character standing with the group. A small pig wearing a green shirt. The strangest part was that nobody seemed surprised to see him. Everyone talked to him as if he had always been there. As if he had always been one of Peppa's closest friends. The viewer searched online to learn more about the character. But he couldn't find anything. No pictures. No episodes. No information. It was as if the pig had never existed. A few days later, the viewer watched the episode again. This time, the green pig was gone. Every scene looked completely normal. Only Peppa and her usual friends remained. The viewer thought he had imagined the whole thing. Until he remembered that he had saved a screenshot. He opened the image. And the green pig was still there. Standing beside Peppa. Looking directly at the camera. Some people believe it was simply an animation mistake. Others think it was an unfinished character removed before the episode was released. But there is one detail that keeps the story alive. According to the viewer, every time he opened the screenshot, something changed. The green pig seemed to move a little closer. Not much. Just enough to notice. At first, he stood next to Peppa. Then he appeared in front of the other characters. Then even closer. Every time the image was opened, the pig moved closer. And the last time the viewer looked at the screenshot, Peppa was gone. George was gone. Everyone was gone. Only the green pig remained. Standing directly in front of the camera. Smiling. The figure in the background. Many people have watched this episode of Peppa Pig. At first, everything seems completely normal. Peppa is playing with her friends, George is having fun, and everyone looks happy. nothing seems strange. But according to an old internet story, there was something hidden in this episode that most viewers never noticed. It all started when one viewer claimed to see a dark figure standing in the background. The figure appeared for only a few seconds. It was so far away that almost nobody paid attention to it. At first, people thought it was just a tree or a shadow. But when the viewer paused the episode and zoomed in, he became convinced that it was someone watching the characters. The shape looked like a pig. But it wasn't Peppa. It wasn't George. And it wasn't any character that had ever appeared in the show. The story became even stranger a few days later. The same viewer claimed that he found the figure again in another episode. And then another. Every time, it was standing in the background. Never moving. Never speaking. Just watching. Soon, more people began searching through old episodes. Some claimed they found the figure too. Others said it was just their imagination. Nobody could agree on what they were actually seeing. Then something even stranger happened. People started comparing screenshots from different episodes. They noticed that the figure always seemed to be getting closer. In the first episode, it was standing far away near the trees. In another episode, it appeared much closer to the playground. And in one screenshot, it looked as if it was standing directly behind the characters. Watching them. Waiting. Years later, many fans tried to find the original scenes. But some claimed they had disappeared. Others said they were never there in the first place. Today, nobody knows whether the story was real or just another internet myth. But some viewers still say that if you watch closely enough, you might notice a dark figure standing somewhere in the background. And once you see it, you can't stop looking for it.